continuing with indication of interest because it kind of relates to IPOs, we'll just do this one and then call it a day, if that's okay with everyone. So what is an indication of interest, guys? It's an underwriting expression showing a conditional, non-bidding interest in buying a security that is currently in registration, awaiting approval by the SEC. Not even the company allows one person to have all the stock? That's true. Yeah, that's true. The investor's broker is required to provide the investor with a preliminary prospectus. This is the business plan. Guys, I'm learning so much today. However, IOI is a merger and acquisition world. IOIs in the merger and acquisition world have similar intent but are done differently. Oh, binding? Did I say bidding? Sorry. Key. Non-binding interest. Thank you. So key takeaways, indications of interest are non-binding agreement to acquire a company or buying a security once available. These securities are expressed during IPO registration, and for investments, stockbrokers put the IOI in place. Even though these are non-binding, okay, so I keep saying non-binding agreement. Is it just like not connecting agreement with companies? Maybe I should read. In the securities and investing world, an IOI is typically expressed in advance of an IPO. It demonstrates a conditional, non-binding interest in buying a security that is currently awaiting regulatory approval. You don't have to go through with it. Oh. No obligation for the broker to provide or you to buy. The company, the IOI is non-binding because it is illegal to sell a security while still in the registration process. The investor's stockbroker is required to provide the investor with a preliminary prospectus. The IOI remains open-ended and is not committed to buy. Wait, so what is it? 나 읽어서 뭔 소리인지 모르겠어. Even if I read it, I was just... So is it like a physical thing? So it's just me, two third parties saying, hey, I wanna buy 100 shares of Jinrico. Okay? And he's like, okay, I'll write it down, but it's not always sure. Kind of thing? It's like telling a car dealership you're interested in a car doesn't mean you have to buy the car. Oh. So I'm just showing interest is the indication of interest. They need another word for it though. Can't they just say, just this person's interested in it? Do they just be like, it's an IOI? Because the IOI is how they distribute the shares. It's like a contract. It just shows how many people might want to buy it. Oh, it's like a because it's like a contract. It's like, hey, like, hook me up, maybe hook me up, maybe. Okay, I'll continue. It's how the price he shares. Okay, I'll keep reading. IOI comprises expressions of trading interest that contain one or more of the following elements. 아, 여기 딱 있었네. What I was asking. Next question. The security name, whether the participant is buying or selling, the number of shares. So it is actually like a contract. Capacity and or price of the purchase or sale. Oh, firms and broker-dealers have the ability to electronically communicate or advertise proprietary or clients trading interest in the form of IOI to the marketplace. Can you sell IOI to other person? Oh, not a contract? Illegal contract. Oh, you can't sell IOI? Oh, sorry. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. A pending contract that you can decline. If you could do that, that would throw off the whole market? Really? Oh. So you can't buy IPO for a friend? Let's say, like, you know, I'm poor, so I'm like, hey Cookie, I wanna buy Nubank. Can Cookie be like, okay? It was big picture, man. Oh, really? Hey, give me your stock! How do you trade stock to stock? How do you give other people stock? Banks do that for the retail broker pretty much, really? For free? Oh, you throw your stock at them? Wait. 진짜 good. Cause okay, so I'm thinking like cryptocurrency. Sorry, that's a weird way of thinking, but I want 10% this time. Hey, shut up. You can transfer it? Oh, probably, because it probably was on a piece of paper back then, right? So we have like currency wallet, and to trade you just give a fee, right? So if I want like Cookie's like Tesla stock, because I feel like he has Tesla, how does it transfer? Like there's a wallet? Bank, because it's in his Chase bank. And you can transfer it to my Chase bank. Oh! And banks get the transfer fee. But do I pay him? If he's just giving, like he's like, oh shoot, you are such an amazing streamer and I just want to give you my Tesla stock. Actual paper stock? Does that exist? Dude, I feel so dumb. So, I can give someone my stock for free if I just pay the fees of the transfer fee to the bank. That's a better way of getting dono, guys. Wait, on my dono tab? Should I have stock accepted too? 잠깐만! So what information do I give you? Do you need my Chase bank account? I want Tesla! You'll pay cap gain? What is cap gain? Stock donos are the gift that keeps giving. What else do you... Should I give you my Kinder Morgan gas pipeline shares? Yeah. I don't know. Isn't any share good if I'm getting it for free? Wait, if anyone has a paper stock, can you guys like take a picture and just disclose any like important information that you're not supposed to share? Cap gain is tax on the profit. Ah, so I have to do tax. Oh, yeah, then it becomes my tax. That would be weird on tax filing. It's like, what are they gonna say? Like, why'd this kid give you a free stock? Right? Yeah, be like, dude, I can already imagine my aunt who's in charge of my tax filing be like, why do you have a Tesla stock? You didn't even pay for it. I'm like, donation? Charity? Imagine having one paper share of Berkshire Hathaway. That was so sad. You lose 2 houses then, Josh. That's 2 houses worth. Ah, that's IOI. Okay. Continuing. Sorry, we're like so slow. Sorry, I'm so slow. The indication of interest for IPOs are usually accepted on a first-come, first-served basis. Oh. Really? So it isn't actually random. So you guys have to... But what if... This is really hard because what if your internet sucks and you applied at 801 but like the ticker said 803? Then who do you pick? Probably this one, right? That sucks. Because the demand for securities may exceed the supply available to distribute. It should have been better random. Placing an indication of interest does not guarantee you'll be able to buy into an IPO. See, it is... Oh, wait, what was the word before? Same reason people miss out on IU concert tickets. I'll be honest, sorry, I laughed so funny. Non-binding contract. Can I say that? Ooh, that's gonna make me so sophisticated if I say that, right? Oh, that's so cool. That's so pretty. Should I make an actual, like, paper stock to give? I should have that as my souvenir! Paper stock! Stickers. Hey, I did like stickers. Sorry. Anyways. So. I know, I'm sorry. I'll give it next time on our next meetup. I didn't prepare anything for the meetup. Sorry, guys. The IOI is not a legal obligation to purchase, but it will give the investor a general idea. Oh, that's what you guys said. Wait. Question. If I say I wanted to buy Jinrico stock and like they were like, hey, you can I did my IOI and like I got accepted because I was like the first one and they call me, right? I think they call you? Do they call you? Are they like, hello, Miss Jinri, you have been accepted to getting an Jinrico stock. Oh, is that not how they do it? Oh. Well, like, what if I have it and they said you're ready to purchase it, but I don't want to purchase it? Like, I back out last minute because I got like a info saying that they're a scam. Are you giving a lecture on IPO? No, Chad is giving me a lecture on IPO. Oh, I can confirm the order, so that's when I say, nah. Yeah, okay. Special consideration. In the world of mergers and acquisition, an IOI is similar in intent to an IOI for an IPO, but with different components. Once again, it is non-binding agreement, but this kind of IOI usually comes in the form of a prepared letter written by a buyer and addressed to the seller. Oh, shoot, I want one. The purpose is to communicate a genuine interest in purchasing a company. Among other things, an IOI should provide guidance on a target valuation for the acquisition target company. And it should also outline the general conditions for completing a deal. Elements of a typical IOI for mergers and acquisitions often include, but are not limited to, price range or retention plans. Typical IOI includes price range. That's IPO announcement. Do we have an example of an IOI? Management retention plan. What is management retention plan? And the role of the equity owner post-transaction? I don't know what this one is. Necessary due diligence items and a rough estimate of the due diligence timeline. Okay. Potential proposed element of the transaction structure. Time frame to close the transaction. So they provide you with all these. They could provide you with all these information. So, in the IOI versus LOI. The indication of interest is an informal notice of an investor's interest in purchasing or acquiring an IOI. You have to prove you are a real potential investor and not just a guy with some money. How the role of the manager will change after the transaction. So what you're gonna do with the stock that you own after you get the stock, because companies don't want you to sell right away. So it's like, hey, are you gonna hold it? How long are you gonna hold it? What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna like promote it? No, right? Maybe. No, it's okay. It's okay. I ask questions real fast, and it's really hard to type that fast, so I understand. So. It is So IOI is an informal notice, and it is non-binding and less definitive than a letter of intent. Now there's a letter of intent. That's like, yes, you are going to buy, I'm guessing. So indication of interest includes the value range and less specific details, and then it begins the negotiation process. At the end of the negotiation, the form letter of intent is created. That's the transaction paper, kind of. And like the IOI, it is not a legally binding agreement. Rather, it expresses the investor's commitment to purchase a security and services as the foundation for the formal contract. Upon reviewing, if the seller accepts the term of the LOI, it's not. What? One step too early. So it's like. You like it? We like it. Oh, it's like their proposal. We'll think of it like this. IOI is their blind date. LOI is their proposal. And if everything goes, IPO is their marriage. Right? Makes sense? Right? Isn't it? Like, and so like they're like flinging, you know, they like do like all the like Netflix and chill and stuff. They're not sure. They're like, so basically the buyer will state on LOI. If you sell me this at this price, I will buy. And the seller will look at it and be like, yeah, okay, let's make a contract. Ah, so it's like right before. Yeah, so you could get left at the altar. And that's when like the seller's like, nah, I don't want it. Poor buyer. Right? They found someone better. Yeah! Boss only makes a gift for the wedding, not the IOI. So. Yeah, right here. Upon review, the seller accepts the term. They're like, I do. Right. An agreement can be made. Upon execution, the seller enters an exclusive agreement with the buyer, prohibiting them from engaging with the other buyers for a period. So here's some examples. Then some of the FAQs. What is an actionable indication of IOI? An actionable indication of IOI is an IOI that provides specific details about the purchase, such as the symbol, the price comparable to and then who can cancel. The buyer submitting the notice can cancel the indication of interest. If left unconfirmed beyond the confirmation period, it will cancel automatically. Oh, they answered my question. Oh shoot, everyone thinks like me, guys. What is the natural indication of interest? A natural indication of interest occurs when IOI originates with the customer rather than a firm. The FINRA further defines it as referring either to customer interest a firm represents on an agency-based or to proprietary interest that was established to facilitate a customer order or as part of a execution of a customer order on a riskless principle base. That is hard. And the bottom line is, guys. Oh, sorry, I should read it. Indication of interest is a brief letter or notice that expresses a buyer's interest in buying a security in registration or a company's interest in acquiring another company. So, dating, right? And then for investment, IOI precedes the IPO, and in finance, it proceeds with the letter of intent, engagee. Although it is not a formal agreement, it carries the weight and communicates the series, and then marriage. So Jinri's bottom line, stolen from Wynn's chat. Don't break up after the proposal. That's just so sad. I wonder if, like, the buyer gets any type of, like, 뭐지? Yeah, if you sell the stock, it's divorce. Does the seller get any penalty? LOI usually are solid, otherwise the buyer will be blacklisted. Oh, you get blacklisted? Blacklisted, blocklisted. What the hell, Jinri? Don't break up after the proposal. But yeah, what happens if the seller, like, we were at the engaging moment. We were at engaging, and then I didn't say I do. Because buyer ran off with a different seller. Then the original seller don't want to go back, no? Guys, IPO is like marriage. Guys, the bottom line, IPO is like the marriage. So you can get blacklisted. So you have to like confirm, like you have to really show during dating period if you're really ready to commit to this relationship, or else you're gonna get like screwed over, man. You can't get her back. Well, thank you guys. I hope you learned about IPOs and indication of interest and everything.